Edmonton. My goodness, man, we had already talked about this in a prior video, but the Oilers, they've got to stop. LA, he's already bleeding out. This is bad. The LA Kings got absolutely destroyed 6-1 against the Edmonton Oilers yesterday in Game 3 of their 2024 Stanley Cup Playoffs first round series. You can see the shots on goal, 40-28, and I know what you may be thinking. Oh, 6-1, like that's not the worst thing in the world. That's not the craziest score we've even seen in this playoff so far. We've seen teams come back from being defeated 6-1. We've seen teams come back from being down 2-1, because that's the lead that the Oilers currently have on LA right now. Just to go over the game, though, I mean, we had some goals, we had a bunch of performances, but really, what I wanted to talk about in regards to this 6-1 Oilers stomping of LA, and I'm going to keep on using that word, I'm going to use that connotation, this was a massacre for Edmonton. Because when it comes to a bunch of the advanced analytics, we are literally entering territory that we have never seen before. The Oilers, as we had said, won 6-1. And when it comes to, I mean, just look at the goals, look at the time of the goals. First period was a really good start for Edmonton. Hyman, Draisaitl, McDavid, you cannot go wrong with these three guys. Then you have yourselves the second period. Drew Doughty scored to make it 3-1, but then Evander Kane got back just 2 minutes later. 4-1 game for Edmonton. And then in the third, Hyman, power play goal. That's his sixth of the playoffs in Game 3. Hyman is averaging 2 goals a game. Oh, it's because he's got rich parents, right? Leon Draisaitl also scored his third of the playoffs, so he's a goal-a-game guy this postseason run, too. In fact, if you head over to the Elite Prospects page for the playoffs, or we could just go to NHL.com, but I think this actually looks a little bit better. So if you go over to NHL scoring in the postseason, this is where things get kind of crazy, because right now, if you go over to the playoffs, yeah, look at that. It's Draisaitl, Hyman, and McDavid. Draisaitl has 7 points in 3 games, averaging 2.33 points per game. Same thing with Hyman. Connor McDavid is averaging 3 points a game. 9 points in 3 games played. I mean, look, we knew that they were going to be good. We knew the Oilers have the firepower to sustain offense that is this good, I guess you can say. But when it comes to the production, look, sure, 2 points per game, Cale Makar, Brad Marchand, that's awesome. But can you top 3? We already thought it was crazy when Draisaitl and McDavid had those 2-point-per-game years in the playoffs in prior seasons, but now, yeah, you cannot go wrong with 3 points a game, especially against an LA team that absolutely gives up and makes it so easy for the Oilers to just cook and cook and cook. The Kings giving them the spices, saying, here, make it a little bit tastier, giving them the wooden spoon to stir the pot and make things more salivating for Oilers fans, because yesterday's game between the Oilers and the Kings saw the Oilers put themselves up an extended deserve-to-win-o-meter result of 98.4%. This is the most skewed over rating I have ever seen for the deserve to win-o-meter. Let's reload the page. Just give the thing some room to breathe here. Yeah, it's the exact same result here. It even goes far down to 0.7% for LA. 0.6 it popped up over there. The Oilers had a 99% chance of winning this game. And this is why I say, 6-1, we've seen teams lose 6-1 before. We've seen teams have 40 shots on goal before, but to see this, we've never seen this before. 98.4% Oilers winning percentage after 1,000 game simulations. Look at the scoring chances that the Oilers had all over the game. So many of these were in front of the crease, so many of them were goals, and you had a whole bunch of bombs being tossed out there. Ryan McLeod, the slap shot on the face-off circle. Evan Bouchard going out there with his slap shots. You got Ekholm, Evander Kane, long shots. These were beautiful 38-40% chances of becoming goals. And then, of course, the actual goals here. Draisaitl, the wrister on the face-off circle. You had the top one here, another opportunity by Draisaitl, a slap shot that hit the post. And then right in front, Adam Henrique batting the puck in front. Like, some of these chances are incredible. And the LA Kings, I mean, they're so scattered. Sure, they had their own opportunities in front of the net and one off the side here, but just the volume and magnitude of these opportunities for Edmonton, they cooked. And you can see that when it comes to, okay, let's reload the page because the expected goals and stuff is not showing up here. The scoring summary, it's all here, and the expected goals. This is where Edmonton totally cooked the LA Kings alive. 8.49 expected goals for the Edmonton Oilers, and the majority of them came in the third period. The Oilers just decided, hey, this Kings team has given up. Let's make it so that they regret doing that. Let's give them as difficult of a time as possible because the Kings took their foot off the gas pedal. They were down 4-1, and they were just like, screw it. Forget it. Let's just wait till game 4. Defeatist attitude here with about 15 minutes to go as the LA Kings just let the Oilers dominate. They had a few chances of their own towards the end here in the final 5 minutes, but, I mean, they're down by 5. What are they going to do? In fact, just taking a look at two guys, I mean, Zach Hyman had 1.76 expected goals in this game. The Kings in total had 2.17. Zach Hyman almost had more expected goals than the entire Kings team. And so many guys here had similar traits. McDavid 1.6, Draisaitl 1.24, Henrique 1.08, Evander Kane almost had 1. The Kings had 2.17. The Oilers absolutely cooked here. And there are a few other things here. There's a whole bunch of breakdowns and everything. What I also wanted to look at was the game preview. Because if you go over to the numbers here, I mean, the Oilers had a 55% chance of winning this game before the game began, and if the Oilers ended up winning, which they did, they have a 92.9% chance of beating the LA Kings and making the second round. Look, not all the series display this. Not all the series make second round at 92.9% if they take a 2-1 series lead. This number takes a look at the way the games are played, how the results go on the ice, how the expected goals prevail. And because Edmonton has been out-producing the Kings in expected goals pretty much the entire series, I mean, it's easy to go out there and say, yeah, they're going to win. Like, the Oilers are going to really take it to LA this time around. Even in the game where they lost, I mean, the Oilers had a 67% chance of winning that game. The Kings just barely escaped. So the fact is, this money puck deserve to win-o-meter projection of the future and everything, it's not just indicative of, oh, it's a 2-1 series, therefore they have X amount of chance to win. No, it's like the way the games are played, it is so heavily skewed in Edmonton's favor every single time that even when they lose, they still have a 67% chance of winning these games. And as a result, the mathematical models say, yeah, they have a 92% chance of making the second round. LA, I'm sorry, but you're done. This is not going to change. This is not going to fix itself. The Oilers are going to stomp. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as to the Edmonton Oilers and their Game 3 destruction of LA, and whether or not they do have a 93% chance of making the second round with a 2-1 series lead right now against the Kings. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.